you ever wondered how on earth you can grow your Etsy shop using Instagram? Well, today's video is going to be for you. Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I've got my trusty whiteboard and I'm going to be going through some strategies to enable you to grow your Etsy shop using Instagram. Now, Instagram is fast becoming a very, very lucrative shopping social network, which that means that a lot of people that want to buy items are going to Instagram. Now, the likes of Facebook shopping is actually starting to fall. Instagram is beginning to go up. So what does that mean? There are more people looking for your items on Instagram. So I'm going to be going through a few ways for you to grow your Instagram profile so you get more people coming into your Etsy shop. So the first one is your feed. You have to make sure that it's extremely obvious what you do just via your feed. So let's say that this is your feed on a phone. I'm not very good at drawing, but you get the point, right? So you've got your profile picture, you've got your little saves up here, and then you have your grid, all right? You have to make sure that both of these things makes it extremely obvious what you do. So if I was to go to your feed and cover up the actual feed, I still need to be able to see what it is exactly that you do. The same if I cover your profile, I need to be able to see that, which means that you have to be extremely obvious in what you do on both your profile, whether that is your profile description, your logo up here, your story saves and all those types of things. And it also means the same for your feed. Now, I'm not saying that you can't post pictures of your family, of your dog, but you need to keep it relevant to your target market, which actually brings me nicely onto my next point. You have to make sure to brand your feed. Make sure, guys, that when you are looking at your social media networks, you're treating them almost as a separate department of your business. So many people use their personal Instagram profiles, which I wouldn't recommend because you don't get access to the same insights and the same tools that a business account does. But also, the fact of it is that so many people are just using old logos. They're not really posting pictures on their feed, which is branded in accordance to their brand. Because at the end of the day, guys, you made your brand for a freaking reason. It is to attract your target market. Why are you not doing that on your social media networks, okay? So what I would actually recommend is to make sure that you are branding your feed and putting like the same amount of attention in your Instagram feed as you would do your website, your Etsy shop, whatever, all right? So I just really want you to go onto your Instagram profile and see where you can improve. Is there something more obvious that you can be posting on your feed? So for example, if you make jewelry, don't make your feed all about your dog, your family, your new hammock you've bought. Don't do that. Make it more about your actual brand and make it obvious what you sell. And the other arm of this is to brand your Instagram feed. Make sure that if you're using story highlight covers, that they are in your brand colors. Make sure your logo is up to date. And also just a little bit of bonus brownie points here. Make sure that your actual feed is branded so people will go onto it and they'll be able to see what your brand colors are. Now, if you want to see a really good example of this, if I do say so myself, if you go onto the Handmade Bosses Instagram account, you will see a really good example of this. We've made it so you can cover up the feed or the profile and still be able to see what it is exactly that we do. The third thing is followers. Guys, I don't want you to focus on your followers anymore. That is a really old metric. If you're focusing on your followers, you're not going to be focusing on the engagement that you're getting on your posts. Now, as an average rule of thumb, if I'm working one-to-one with an Etsy shop, which I do if you go onto my website, by the way, I will be going onto their Instagram profile and expecting that at least 10% of their followers are actually engaging with the content that they are posting. So that can be likes, comments, whatever. But if I'm going onto a social media profile and I'm seeing that not 10% of their peeps are engaging with their content, that to me says that their feed and their brand is completely off. It's not actually attracting their target market, because remember, you have to be treating every social media network as a department, as a separate arm of your business tree. You know, you got a tree and there's different branches that is coming off from this main trunk here. That's a terrible drawing, but you get my point. You have to make sure that it is funneling the right people to your Etsy shop. And as you know, okay, if you're going to be really, really vague about your brand and your feed and all that good stuff, you're not going to get the engagement that you want. So the very, very next time that you are looking to post social media content, take a scroll back on your feed and see what content is performing the best for you. Us at Handmade Bosses, we do this every single month. We spend a good 2 hours looking at our Instagram profile and seeing what content has worked the best for our target market, okay? You need to be doing the exact same thing. And if you're focusing on your followers, you're not gonna be doing this, boss. So make sure that you actually don't really look at your follower count, but instead you are looking at engagement, because you can have a profile, and guess what, boss? Like, it's no secret that you can buy followers, okay? So if you ever get contacted by an influencer that has like 100,000 followers, but only 9 people interact with their posts, run away in the opposite direction. Don't ever work with people like that, because it means that they've actually bought their followers. However, I digress. So what that means is that the whole idea of you being on Instagram and getting more followers into your account is to get more sales. If you have like 1,000 followers, but only like 5 people see your posts, click onto it, you're not going to be getting the sales you want anyway. So it's kind of arbitrary to focus on the follower numbers, all right? Bosses, we've been having some really great conversations in today's video. However, I'm here to tell you about this. This is called your conversion rate, and I've actually made for you in the description box below a free 90-minute conversion rate masterclass. So I'm just going to quickly explain to you in 1 minute why this is important. Okay. So this is your Etsy shop and these are your customers. So let's say that you get 100 customers into your store and you have a 1% conversion rate. That means you get 1 sale, and roughly that's going to be about $30 to £30. But what happens when we increase that conversion rate to 2%, 3% and above? This suddenly doubles, triples, quadruples without you having to change anything. Now, getting customers into your store costs time, effort, and money. But what if you didn't have to change this, you didn't have to change your shop, all you had to change was this conversion rate? That is what I'm going to be teaching you in today's masterclass. So whether you're a newbie or a seasoned Etsy shop owner, get yourself down below and register for that masterclass so you can increase this number. Back to the video. Number 4 is Reels. Now, in the craft industry, in the handmade business industry, I have seen a massive, massive trend with using Reels. Now, if you're sat there saying, Steph, I don't want to like sit there and dance and do all these stupid things on my phone, you don't have to, okay? Seriously, guys, you are missing out on traffic if you are not taking a quick Instagram burst, boomerang video, whatever, of you making your work, all right? And this is what I mean by Reels. Make a reel, and I'm just going to give you a challenge. This week, create a reel of you making your item. It doesn't have to even be you making your item. It could just be you wrapping it, popping it in a jiffy bag, popping it in the post. Make a reel of that, because people are literally hypnotically attracted to reels where you are showing you making your work. So try it out. You will get engagement. The last time I did this, I got like 2,000 views and a couple of orders, right? And I don't have a very large Instagram account for my Etsy shop because I don't focus on followers. So look at Reels. They are a big, big trend. Instagram is leaning more towards video content. So if you don't want to do Reels, consider doing IGTVs, lives, and all that good stuff. The 5th thing is hashtags. Now, gone are the days where you're putting like 30+ hashtags in your posts. you need to be using 3 to 5 now, okay? Instagram have advised that actually you don't need to be putting a gazillion hashtags in. I would also say to put the hashtags in the comments as well, because it just makes it a little bit cleaner. But that is just Instagram advice directly from them. So I wouldn't necessarily be doing the gazillion hashtag strategy anymore. Okay, so at this point you're probably saying, well, Steph, how can I grow my Instagram account? I get all of this good stuff, but how do I actually grow it? Okay, so number 6 is engage. A really, really great way to grow your Instagram profile is to go onto your competitors' profiles and engage with their followers. I'm not saying to DM them, I'm not saying to poach them. All I'm saying is to just naturally engage with them, because naturally what people do, and I'm sure you guys do the exact same thing, is that when you see that someone has hearted one of your pictures or left a comment, you go onto their profile, right? I'd say probably at least 50 to 60% of people do this. So naturally, if your profile and your feed is all branded, it all attracts your target market, then you are engaging with your competitors' target market, and make sure you have the same target market, right? They are naturally going to follow you, all right? So it is absolutely worth spending 20 to 30 minutes a day just engaging with your competitors' followers. It's not against the rules, it's not poaching, it's a social media network, all right? So be social. The very next thing is competitions, all right? And this is the last kind of little way that I would say to grow your Instagram profile. Now, gone are the days where you post a competition in the grid. What I would say now is to do a story competition. You can use outdated stock items that you don't want to be going into the next year's selling, right? And do a story competition where if they share your competition on their stories, they get an entries. And the more shares over 5 days, 4 days, a whole week, the more entries they get. And that is a really fast way to grow your Instagram profile. So guys, I really hope that you have enjoyed this video with me and my whiteboard, going through some really good ways to grow your Instagram profile to get more sales within your Etsy shop. So I'd love it if you would like this video, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already for more videos like this. And also do not forget to go and get some free stuff down below that I have made for you Etsy shop owners. And guys, I will catch you in the next video. Bye everyone.